I was struggling. Didn't know what angle to hit it with. The fact that I thought this was one of Justin Fields' better games, yet he got benched, or how our defense made me want to pull my fucking hair out. You know, I didn't find out Justin Fields got benched till about a day or two ago, so it's just more demoralizing because it's not like Justin Fields is as bad as everyone says he is. It's just that he's not as good as people are gonna hope that he could be. He shows coaching, like from game to game. You see that he improves on different shit. So the fact that he's talented, he's a likable guy, and he's coachable, it makes you want to like always give him a chance. But over half the season, you feel like you've seen pretty much who he's going to be at this point. And it may not be as poo-poo as everyone says, but it's certainly not something that you're going to build the franchise around, unfortunately. So this is what we're going to do, all right? I'm on the old website. There's 149 plays total in the game. I'm just going to pick a random picker generator, number generator, whatever the fuck. And I'm going to pick out 2 plays randomly, and we're just going to look at it, and then we're going to call it a day, and then everyone can go back to their Pornhub tabs. All right, we got 33 and 102, 33 and 102, 33 and 102 on 101 set. Break. P.S. What are your Thanksgiving plans? Write it down in great detail. Please include your credit card number, social security, and whatnot. Me, I haven't done family things for Thanksgiving since I was like 7. So, church, Friendsgiving situation, that's my situation. I'm doing that tonight. So, anyway. Play number 33. Okay. All right, cool. So what's the situation? Let me break it down. Kind of the start of the second quarter. It is 1st and 10. We are on deep end 2. Goddamn. What are we in here? Okay. 4 down lineman. Oh, nope. There's 26. Got Tony Adams stepping up in the box. Ooh. Some special situations going to happen. Listen to some adjustments. Now we make a last second adjustment. Let's see. First steps. This is what I'm thinking. Okay. These look like these little hinge blocks, these little backside blocks, you know? You go a little more. So you'd be reading run, right? This is what I'd be thinking the responsibilities are, okay? 44, if this is clearly a hole, then you got to go in and you got to take on the blocker. 56, you got to kind of hang around and be ready to back up here or here. You heard me? Okay, whoa. Slow down. Looks like Quincy tries to sidestep the block, but he walks into another. He basically got double teamed here at the second level. What happened to Sherwood? What did he do? Okay, so he did what I thought he was going to do. He has to engage the blocker, which means likely the guy who's going to make the tackle is not him, but he's going to be able to make the tackle because he took on the blocker. Blocker. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Quincy is coached to do here. I don't know if they want him to just take it head on or to use his athleticism to get around the blocker so long as he's moving towards the line of scrimmage rather than staying off the ball. Like they might want you to advance at the very least, meet the blocker halfway, or if you try to get around the blocker, do it moving forward. I'm going to look at the line. Let's take this one at a time. Let's look at old boy here. Got picked up, no problem. Nothenberger will look at 58. Takes on his guy. He's 58's disruptive enough to be able to maneuver his body into 2 gaps down, basically, getting in the way of the run. Let me look at Jermaine. Okay, just does what he's supposed to. Jermaine engages, kind of squeezes in. All right, he does his thing. Okay. Tufele. So he reads his guy going right. So he also goes right. And he's kind of coming free. If you come free, you got to be expecting a puller or some kind of misdirection. Here comes the puller. The puller kind of misses him. That was a weird, let me see that again, bro. So the angle the puller took, I think he was expecting Tufele to try to come upfield and make the play earlier. It's weird. Yeah, I like the fits here. If you look at 26, he engages and he squeezes in, and then this guy off screen comes in and watches contain, I guess you could say. So everybody kind of like, you know, squeezes in on the dude. They kind of converge on him. They you know, in high school, they might tell you to just swarm. This is like an organized swarm where everyone keeps gap integrity. So this is pretty encouraging as far as how we played this run. I just remember like they had the intermediate throw pretty much whenever they want. Like they put it over our underneath zone guys and underneath our safeties. And it felt like either we didn't make an adjustment to it, or we tried to make an adjustment to it. It was just, we kept losing the rock, paper, scissors battle where we would call this, but then they call this. And it was just like one of those things. I felt like we were losing that rock, paper, scissors battle a lot on defense. Okay, say, all right, let me find play 102. Okay, near the end of the third quarter, 1st and 10, Patriots ball. We got 4 down. Okay. So we're obviously showing pressure here. 10 is making some kind of audible motion. So right now, the run fit responsibilities are going to shift because the formation shifted. So if somebody had this, now he has to get this. If that, then this kind of changes. Okay, so you see a double team here right off the bat. So you'd be expecting the whole. My dog just came up asking for pets. Hold on. I know you don't understand what I'm doing, but I am doing something. I'm not just sitting here. All right. So what was I saying? My dog keeps hijacking my hand. So off the bat, we can already see where it's going, like just looking at the backfield. But if you were just to look at the line, I mean, this is like backside blocks here. He's going up to the next level. You see the double team. You see this guy, right? Down block, or I don't know. I gotta look at the footwork. But you see the double team. You see, since there's one double team, you would imagine that the gap is going to be on one side of the double team. And because the linemen, and let's just say you don't see the backfield. You do not, these people do not exist. Let's just say it could be here because you see this lineman going up to the next level. It also could be here because this guy's coming up to the next level. And in conjunction with this guy coming up to the next level, this could have been a valid situation as well if you're not looking at the backfield. I know if you look at the backfield, it's going to be more obvious which way it's going to go. This defender's already getting ready. He's reading it really fast. He has to lock in on 13 first. So let's take it to the next few frames here. All right. So everything went well for the Patriots except for this. He got to the next level. He picked this guy up. So he had no choice but to bounce it a little bit. Good bounce. He got a great gain for one of the blocks being blown up by 65. So at this frame, it looks like, okay, dude might be handled. So the double team guy who's getting off, he can come off. I got him now. If I'm 65, I'm like, okay, I got him. We can move up. And he is so goddamn savvy. As soon as 71 gets off, that's when he makes his move. I'm sure up until that point, 97 engages the double block, and he played the finesse game. He felt it was a run block the whole time, and he moves around, and he disrupts the play. He basically shuts down the original gap. 34 has to bounce it. So if that's the case, who has to make the play? Somebody's got to get off a block. Jermaine tries to get off a block. He couldn't do it quite, but it's okay. This is one of those plays where, yeah, they got a good gain on us, but there are things here that you are encouraged by. I like Quincy here, just taking on the blocker. I think Quincy would have probably liked to have did the pop extension and then shed, but he may not have had time. Maybe he's thinking, I don't have time. I got to make like a quick move on him. I don't have time to be engaging with this blocker that long. But the way that he got engaged, he couldn't get his hands in the right place. His helmet's also not in the right place, which isn't good. That doesn't mean he's bad. It means the blocker did well. The blocker got his helmet in the way on this side, so it makes it way harder for Quincy to peel off this way, because that's the side that the blocker has his helmet on. And if you have your helmet on that side, then that means a little bit more of your body's on that side, and it's just more for Quincy to have to work through to get back to that other side. And you see that twist? Yeah, Quincy got blocked really, 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 really good here. Good job by the lead blocker there. Hey, you see this battle here? So 29's being physical. He just throws him down, but you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna hang on to you and try to bring you down with them. But he's like, dude, let go. Just let go. Some good plays made by some people on both sides. What do you think? Should we do another play? Nah, fuck it. Let's do another play. All right, 76. Be right back. Okay, start of the third quarter. It's 1st and 10 for us. So what can we say about this? What can we say? 3-point stance for all the linemen. Splits are generic, like 1.5 feet from each other. You'd be guessing run, right? If you're on defense. No guarantees though. Making their call outs. Who's the mic? Okay. Right off the bat, first step, double team. You got your one-on-one down blocks or whatever the fuck they're gonna do. So you would imagine these two are maybe working up here. Maybe these two are working up here. Let's find out. Okay, so all that is valid. Here's a little pancake for you, a little pancake for breakfast. Cool. I mean, he had to jump, which means he's gonna be susceptible to a hit, even by a DB. Cool. Let's look at the blocking. So let's look at this double team first. Immediately engages. 70's eyes are immediately up to the next level, to the guy he has to work to, right? See how he does. So he doesn't get off too early, which means he really wants to help with 94. And rather than him running up and maybe getting like juked out by number 7, looks like he's waiting and he's going to meet him halfway, which is awesome. Bada bing. 7 is obviously playing super finesse. He doesn't want to completely engage with an O lineman. I mean, that's never a recipe for success, but pretty cool. Now we want to look at this double team. 76, nice low pad level. Gives a pop. The first half second, his attention is completely on 95, and only now is he looking up at the next level. 95, he got pancake, but he got pancake with a double team, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And then 76 just keeps the momentum going and engages 51 and holds him up long enough for him to not be able to get into the play. The safety. So I saw 21's eyes going back and forth from this side to the box. And I think when he verified, he tried to fit in. We got all of our level 1 guys and level 2 guys blocked, which means it's just Brees against the level 3 guy. So this is a one-on-one between Brees and 21. And what was tough is because of the pancake, yes, there's a hole, but because of the pancake, he has to hurdle. And, you're not going to be ready to take contact when you're in midair like that. So 21 fitting in there, going downhill. Once he verified, it kept that play from being any bigger. So good job by 21 there. Ooh, okay. And look at 14 here. He's kind of shuffling over. He probably has to keep an eye on the handoff as well as be ready to try to make a play on Fields if he keeps it. But he knows Fields doesn't have it, but he's still keeping his responsibility. Fantastic. And because of that, the cutback lane was not there because 14 was keeping his gap integrity. Let me actually move back a frame. Now, depending on your D coach, maybe they want you to be more aggressive and fill the gap here. Maybe if you play high school, they're probably going to tell you like downhill. As soon as you diagnose, just fucking downhill and blow this motherfucker up. But in this particular case, it looks like he's coached to just kind of hang out because he probably has a double duty. He probably has 2 jobs to do this, to fit this in the option, and or to keep an eye on the quarterback keeper. So bottom line, because he does his job, cutback lane is not there. Because let's just say 14 didn't exist, and there's a lane here, and there's a lane here, with 14 not existing. Which one would Breeze choose? Shoot, he may have chosen this way because there's a little trash on the floor here. But he has to take the hurdle because this gap is filled. So they basically, the defense, they played as one unit here. So good job. Fucking picking 3 random plays. I don't know how I'm going to package this title and thumbnail wise. It's been a hard week to be a Jets fan because the Justin Fields benching. If you look at that game in isolation, he did not play bad enough to be benched off of that game. That was one of his better games. It was like a team effort while we lost. The defense contributed to the loss. Obviously the drops, everybody knows about that. But it's just, if you're thinking long term and you're running a franchise and this is like week, 11, 12? You believe at this point, you know who Justin Fields is going to be. And so there's no more point left in you just sticking with him. You want to see what else you got. Maybe you want to evaluate other players. You did just get 2 new receivers, so you kind of more in evaluation mode, getting reps to the young guys perhaps. Why would that mean putting in Tyrod? Maybe Tyrod helps facilitate the evaluation process better than Fields, as well as it could be a motivation thing, because if you're on the Jets offense, you like Justin, you love him, you love each other, but like maybe any form of, what do they call that when you put someone new in? A spark? Yeah, man. Maybe just thinking about a spark. It's not because Justin was bad. It's just we need a spark, and Justin is not so perfect and good that he's irreplaceable. And it's sad for me for Justin, because Justin, like I mentioned earlier, you see one thing he improves on each week. You know what I mean? Whereas like with Zach Wilson, I mean, people say, oh, I miss Zach Wilson. At least he like threw it up there. With Zach Wilson, I didn't see that week by week improvement where it seems like he took the coaching and he's working on this shit. Here and there, yeah. But with Justin Fields, you absolutely see how his game is like moving just a baby step in different directions depending on what the coaches are asking him to do. So it's like, imagine that's your player, right? And he is uber talented and he's literally doing everything you ask him to do. He is working hours and hours to be able to pull off what you were asking him to do, and he does it. So he listens. He is coachable, but for some reason it just still doesn't get put together, and it's like not even always his fault. So it's just like a really hard position to be in, to be honest with you. Like just imagining you're in like Glenn's shoes or whoever. But bottom line is a lot of nuance to quarterback evaluation. A lot of it is beyond me, but I think even as a casual fan, you could feel that he's probably not going to be the future. Anyway, I had to drag ass to come here and make this video because I love the Jets. I'm always going to watch their games. But like with how poop it makes me feel sometimes to watch us play, to have to watch the same game a second time via film. Like I could do it, but it's just at a certain point for me now where it's like soul sucking, But fuck it. I mean, so long as I get 1 or 2 viewers, at least we are suffering together. Please, leave a comment, leave your favorite emoji. But I hope you guys have a good week. Thanksgiving coming up, right? God bless. Goodbye forever for now.